Hi, my name is Cassia Mise, and I'm a licensed financial professional in the state of Maryland, and you're watching TM University. Simple, it's life.
Okay.
So, as I become a mom, my husband and I realized there's no way I'll be able to go back to work after already we have spoken to my boss at the time that if we were going to have a possibility where I could work either hybridly or fully remote. And of course, the answer to that was no. So,
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
and I'm always proud to say that. Now I'm a mom, proud mom. I have a about to be.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I have a 8 month old, very close to 9 month old baby girl,
Wow.
and I love to help people.
Okay.
I love when people come to me knowing that even though if I don't have money to give them or even to give a place to sleep, but they could still find that inner comfort just by talking and speaking to me. And we could pray together, hug each other, and just reassuring them that, it's just for now. It will get better. Tomorrow it will get brighter. And there's no way you're going to be able to stay like that forever. So I would say I like to be that little shoulder people can come and lean on.
Wow. So
Yeah.
how did you get into these financial
Oh,
thing
that
that you're doing?
that's a good question. Everybody knows me to be a social worker.
Yes.
I've been a social worker for the past almost 9 years now.
Wow. How time flies.
Yes. I love helping people. I love fighting for my patients. And I do not like when people disregard other people's feelings and trying to make it seem like that nothing else is valid. So I'm a firm believer and people are generally good, especially when they need help. However,
You was right.
yeah, however, it's up to us to go and I would say preach the gospel at this point and make sure people are taken care of and heard. So the reason why we ended up switching from social worker to becoming a professional financial agent is simple. It's life.
Okay.
So as I become a mom, my husband and I realized there's no way I'll be able to go back to work after already we have spoken to my boss at the time that if we were going to have a possibility where I could work either hybridly or fully remote. And of course, the answer to that was no. So we were looking around and things I could do. I read about real estate, but the school had required me to drive to Virginia to come for in-person classes, and that was not feasible because I was very pregnant. And then I read about becoming a life or health insurance agent and all the other things they do just by having that one license. And I'm like, oh, so let me give it a try. I contacted a company and they set me up. They told me about the materials, read about it, took the quizzes, took the simulation test. I actually took my license exam as I was on bed rest at home because the doctor said that I should not be moving around, and I was already scheduled to take the test, so I just had to take it.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Last April, actually. And I met a wonderful lady and introduced me to a company that I am now working with, and it's wonderful. They give so much benefit. So I feel like it correlates with social work. It's still helping families on a financial standpoint to help them to develop and build a wealth to that way the next generation will have the financial freedom that the previous generation never got to experience. Really, we teach people how to create tax-free retirement plan, tax-free college funds, especially if you have kids like my daughter. and how to do their estate planning. There's a lot that goes in estate planning. As social workers, we used to do that and make sure the doctor signs paperwork, and then the family, whoever's going to be the surrogate or the final decision maker, the proxy, do that. But there's so much more, especially when you have a lot of assets to protect, because I don't know if you know this, when you have a lot of assets to protect and you die, it takes months, sometimes years, before the court could help for things to go to probate, for family to get the things. And it's not fair when you've worked hard, and you although might think everything's gonna go to your wife and your children, but of course it takes forever. So with estate planning, we try to avoid this part, and whatever the state's gonna do. Whenever you God decided, oh, this is it, I'm coming to take you, everything is already set in order. That way your family will not have to not only grieve you, and also have to fight the court to really get what is theirs. And we also help with final expenses. A lot of us, especially Caribbean and African, we don't believe in life insurance, and I don't know why. Because
I was about to ask you that question. Go
yes,
ahead.
I don't know why, because you insure your
We
car.
don't want to die. That's why.
No, because either way, we're all gonna die. So at the end of the day, you want to leave a legacy, or you want to leave something where people are just gonna become a burden. Because as I am seeing right now, a lot of my peers and their parents are dying. They're sending me GoFundMe, while those are the same people I'm trying to meet with. True. And they just don't want to give me the time of day. So why go fund you later? Why funding you now instead of creating a GoFundMe later, right? So we have all those great products for people. I know if those people already sick, it's going to be hard or more expensive, but they are healthy now. And we know it. People get sick before they die. So you have those living benefits riders attached to your life insurance that you get to enjoy and use while you are alive. So why not take advantage of it? Why not create a final expenses for your parents? If they wishes to go bury at home in Nigeria, Ghana, or Kenya, or Haiti, you know how much that costs? A lot.
Of money. Yeah.
But you have an insurance that you just pay probably $100 or $200 or $300 a month, depending on their age or the prior medical comorbidities. You won't have to worry about that when they do die. Wouldn't you want to take care of this now instead of waiting later? Are you going to have a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 there to take care of that? I don't. So I have to make sure my mom is secured and taken care of, and my in-laws, myself and my husband, because I just don't want to leave burden to my child or children. You never know. I want to make sure I leave a wealth and legacy instead of leaving a burden. So that's why I got into life and health insurance. And we also do mortgage protection.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Do you think people are knowledgeable enough to understand what you're trying to let them know about yourself? Because I remember you had this conversation with me, like then I didn't get it, but now I think I get it.
But I have to clarify, the reason why you didn't get it the first time is because the person I was working with at that time never explained things properly. They never came to a standpoint where they wanted to teach you about financial freedom and financial literacy. They were coming forward more as a recruitment. They wanted to recruit you and basically telling you whatever you're doing now was not right. So I want to apologize, because that was really terrible on my part. I should have taken care of that. But when you have somebody that is willing to sit at the kitchen table with you, or even meet with you on Zoom now that everything could be done remotely, but it's going towards your debt, your income, mortgage, education, if you have kids, even your own education, and they're willing to help you if you have a lot of like car loans, medical bills, credit card debt. They're willing to sit down with you and go over and even refer you to other companies that could help you to go to consolidate them and settle them. So why wouldn't you want to do that? That's one thing I do as well. When you could sit down with somebody that can tell you about your financial independence number. No. Nobody knows what that is. I didn't know what that is until I got into this business. Everybody needs to know what their financial independence number is, which means if you want to retire the next 10, 15 years, how much would you be comfortable receiving
Saving.
and not your saving and an annual basis for you to live comfortably,
Comfortable.
knowing
Wow.
that $10,000 now will be
Nothing.
just
Yeah.
dime 10 years or 20 years from now
Yep.
because of inflation. So
Yep.
you need to know those things. You need to know your numbers.
Wow.
You know.
It reminds me of what's it called? Is it like a physical education where they tell you to know your BMI?
You know,
Like,
it's funny you said that. They didn't teach us those things in school, and I feel like that's something they should start to implement, especially for those people who go into business and finance and economics. If you want to go back to BMI, I feel like BMI, although it's your height
do you
and
know
your
your
weight,
BMI by the way?
I think it's between 25 or 26
No.
because I
Okay.
think that after I gave birth, my doctor did calculate it. Yeah, it's between 25 or 26. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's your height, your weight, and your age. I don't remember,
Yeah,
but
that
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Mhm.
So, if you remember, we met in college, right? Your college.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Can
That
you
was a
remember
zillion years ago.
exactly the class that we took together, like the class?
It feels like a zillion years ago. However, I think we took psychology together.
No.
No?
You took psychology together, but psychology wasn't the first class
Oh.
that we took together.
Did we take anthropology together?
No.
Jesus, help me then. I don't remember. So I remember we took psychology together. Did we take French? No, we did not.
No. We took history together.
We
Yeah,
did.
the first, I don't,
Oh,
I think it's part of
History
the
108.
history.
Yes,
The
I
requirements.
remember. Yes.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.